Today we are going to start chapter number 2, networking concepts. In this chapter we are going to learn what is a computer network, peer-to-peer networks, client-server networks, advantages and disadvantages of computer network topologies, types of networks, and how Wi-Fi works. What is a computer network? When two or more computers are connected to each other, we have a network. The purpose of a network is to enable the sharing of files and information between multiple systems. Characteristics of a computer network. First, it is used to share resources from one computer to another. Second, it creates files and store them in one computer, access files from the other computers connected over the network. And third, it is used to connect a printer or a scanner to one computer with the network and let other computers of the network use the resources available over the network. What is a computer network? A computer network is a set of computers connected together for the purpose of sharing hardware and software resources. Computers on a network are called nodes. Now we will cover the advantages of a computer network. First advantage of computer network is file sharing. The major advantage of a computer network is that it allows file sharing and remote file access. A person sitting at one workstation that is connected to a computer can easily see files present on another workstation, provided he is authorized to do so. Instead of using a disk or USB drive to carry files from one computer or office to another, you can share or transfer your files directly using a network. Second advantage of computer network is resource sharing. Resource sharing is another important benefit of a computer network. For example, if there are 12 employees in an organization, each having their own computer, they will require 12 modems and 12 printers if they want to use the resources at the same time. Third advantage of computer network is increased storage capacity. A standalone computer might fall short of storage memory, but when many computers are on a network, the storage memory of different computers can be shared with each other. Fourth advantage of computer network is flexible handling. One of the greatest benefits of installing a network is the fact that all the softwares can be loaded on one computer, that is server. This eliminates that need to spend time and energy installing updates and tracking files on independent computers throughout the building. Centralized software management. One of the greatest benefits of installing a network is the fact that all of the software can be loaded on one computer, that is server. This eliminates that need to spend time and energy installing updates and tracking files on independent computers throughout the building. Easy communication. It is very easy to communicate through a network. People can communicate efficiently using a network with a group of people. They can enjoy the benefit of emails, instant messaging, telephony, video conferencing, chat rooms, etc. Seventh advantage of computer network is inexpensive setup. Shared resources mean reduction in hardware cost. Shared files mean reduction in memory requirement, which indirectly means reduction in file storage expenses. A particular software can be installed only once on the server and made available across the connected computers at once. This saves the expense of buying and installing the same software or hardware on many computers, hence, we save money. Now we are going to cover the disadvantages of computer network. First disadvantage of computer network is virus and malware. If any one computer on a network gets affected by a virus, there is a possible threat for the other systems getting affected too. Viruses can spread on a network easily because of the interconnectivity of workstation. Second disadvantage of computer network is security concerns. Since there are already a huge number of peoples who are sharing some of their files and resources on the network, security of a data would be always at risk. There are hackers who are trying to steal valuable data of large companies for their own benefit. Third disadvantage of network is server problem. One of the major disadvantages of networking is the breakdown of the whole network due to an issue of the server. If the main file server of a computer network breaks down, the entire system becomes useless. Fourth disadvantage of computer network is it needs an efficient handler. The technical skills and know-hows required to operate a computer network is considerably high. Any user with just the basic skills cannot do this job. Now we will learn various types of network configurations. There are basically two types of network configuration. One is peer-to-peer and second is client-server networks. The peer-to-peer networks are more commonly implemented where less than 10 computers are involved and where strict security is not necessary. All computers have the same status, hence the term peer, and they communicate with each other on an equal footing. Second type of a network is client-server network. A client-server network are more suitable for large networks. A central computer or a server acts as the storage location for files and applications shared on the network. The server also controls the network access of the other computers, which are referred to as the client computers. Now we will cover the difference between peer-to-peer network and client-server network. In peer-to-peer network, it is easy to set up, whereas the client-server network is more difficult to set up. Peer-to-peer network is more expensive to install, whereas client-server network is less expensive to install. Peer-to-peer network can be implemented on a wide range of computer systems. If we talk about client-server networks, a variety of operating systems can be supported on the client computers, but the server needs to run an operating system for networking. Peer-to-peer network is more time consuming to maintain the software being used, whereas the client-server network take less time to maintain the software being used. Peer-to-peer network is ideal for networks with less than 10 computers. In client-server network, there is no limit of the computers that can be supported by the network. Peer-to-peer network, no server is required. In client-server network, a server is required with networking operating systems. A moderate level of skill is required while managing the peer-to-peer network, whereas high level of IT skill is required with good knowledge of the server operating system in the client-server network. Now we will cover various components that are required for creating a network. First component is server. Servers are the faster computers that run various software, store and process information by providing an interface for the user to be able to utilize the networked computers. They are designed to be the managers of the network, performing functions such as file, print, etc. Second component is node. Node are the computers on the network that are provided to the user in order to carry out their task using the network. Generally, any computer becomes a node when it is attached to a networking service. Third component of a network is network interface card. The network interface card is sometimes referred to as a NIC and may be integrated into the computer's motherboard or may be a separate card. The NIC is the component that takes information from the computer and sends it out onto the network wire or into the air in the case of a wireless network. Fourth component of network is hubs and switches. When you connect multiple computers on a network, they all plug into a central device called a hub. The hub has the job of moving the network signal from one wire to another. Switches are really a smart hubs such that they are able to build tables to keep track of which computer is on which port. With this intelligence, a switch does not transmit every information to all other computers on the switch, but just to the destination computer. Fifth component that is required for creating a network is network operating system. The network requires some software to control all the information transfer activity on the network. like the traffic police controls the traffic. The software called NOS handles these tasks. Example of such operating system include Windows NT, Windows 2000 Server, etc. Another component that is required for creating a network is network cables. This is the medium or a channel over which the information travels from one computer to another computer. The information that travels from one computer onto the medium and then from the medium to another computer in the form that it can be read. Now we will learn the types of topologies that we require for creating such kind of a computer networks. The network arrangement in which the connections of a computer are made is called the topology of the computer network. Network topology specifically refers to the physical layout of the network, especially the locations of the computers and how the cable is run between them. The first type of a topology is the bus topology. In the bus network topology, every workstation is connected to the main cable called the bus. Therefore, in effect, each workstation is directly connected to every other workstation in the network. The features of bus topology is first, it transmits data only in one direction, and second, every device is connected to a single cable. Now we will learn the advantages of bus topology. The first advantage of bus topology is it is cost effective. Second, the cable required will be quite less compared to other network topology. Third advantage is it is used in small networks. Fourth advantage is it is easy to understand. And fifth advantage of bus topology is it is easy to expand by joining two cables together. Whereas, if we talk about the disadvantages of bus topology, the first disadvantage of bus topology is if the cables fail, then whole network fails. Second disadvantage is if network traffic is heavy or nodes are more, the performance of the network decreases. Third disadvantage of bus topology is the cable has a limited length. And fourth disadvantage is it is slower than the other topologies. Second topology is ring topology. It is called a ring topology because it forms a ring wherein each node is connected to another computer, with the last one connected to the first. Exactly, two neighbors for each device are present in this topology. Features of ring topology. First, a number of repeaters are used and the transmission is unidirectional. Second, data is transferred in a sequential manner, that is, bit by bit. Advantages of ring topology are first, transmitting network is not affected by high traffic or by adding more nodes, as only the nodes having tokens can transmit data. Second advantage is cost effective to install and expand. Disadvantages of ring topology are first, troubleshooting is difficult in ring topology. Second, adding or deleting the computers disturbs the network activity. Star topology. In the star network topology, there is a central computer or server or hub to which all the workstations are directly connected. Every workstation is indirectly connected to every other through the central computer. Features of star topology. First, every node has its own dedicated connection to the hub. Second, it acts as a repeater for the data flow. Third, it can be used with twisted pair, optical fiber, or coaxial cable. Advantages of star topology. First advantage is fast performance with few nodes and low network traffic. Second, hub can be upgraded easily. Third, easy to troubleshoot. Fourth, easy to set up and modify. Disadvantages of star topology are first, cost of installation is high. Second, expensive to use. Third, if the hub is affected, then the whole network is stopped because all the nodes depend on the hub. Fourth, performance is based on the hub means it depends on capacity of the hub. Tree topology. It has a root node and all other nodes are connected to it, forming a hierarchy. It is also called hierarchical topology. It should at least have three levels to the hierarchy. Features of tree topology are: first, idle if workstations are located in groups; second, used in wide area network. Advantages of tree topology. First advantage: extension of bus and star topology. Second advantage: expansion of nodes is possible and easy. Third, easily managed and maintained. And fourth advantage is error detection is easily done. Disadvantages of tree topology are: first, heavily cabled; second, costly; third, if more nodes are added, maintenance is difficult; and fourth disadvantage is central hub fails, network fails. Fifth topology is mesh topology. The mesh network topology employs either of two schemes called full mesh or partial mesh. In the full mesh topology, each workstation is connected directly to each of the others. The features of mesh topologies are: first, fully connected; second, it is robust; and third, it is not flexible. Advantages of mesh topology are: first, each connection can carry its own data load; second, it is robust; third, fault is diagnosed easily; and fourth advantage is it provides security and privacy. The disadvantages of mesh topology are: first, installation and configuration is difficult; second, cabling cost is more; and third disadvantage is bulk wiring is required. Our next topic is types of network. First type of a network is LAN. A LAN stands for Local Area Network. It's a group of computers that belong to the same organization and which are linked within a small geographic area using a network, and often the same technology. LANs can be either wired or wireless, twisted pair, coaxial, or fiber optic cable can be used in wired LANs. LAN stands for Local Area Network. It's a group of computers that belong to the same organization and which are linked within a small geographic area using a network, and often the same technology. LANs can be either wired or wireless. Twisted pair, coaxial, or fiber optic cables can be used in wired LANs. There are two types of local area network systems. First is personal area network and second is wireless local area network. A personal area network is a network that is used for communicating among computers and computer devices in close proximity of around a few meters within a room. Second type of local area network system is wireless local area network. A wireless local area network do not require network cables to connect each other. Radio and infrared signals are used to communicate between machines while using a wireless local area network. Second type of a network is metropolitan area network. A metropolitan area network is a large computer network that usually spans a city or a large campus. A MAN is optimized for a large geographical area than a LAN, ranging from several blocks of buildings to cities. Fourth type of a network is wide area network. WAN covers a large geographic area such as a country, continent, or even whole of the world. A WAN is two or more MANs connected together, which can be many miles apart. To cover great distances, WANs may transmit data over leased high-speed phone lines or wireless links such as satellites. Our next topic is understanding Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity and is the same thing as saying wireless local area network. Wi-Fi works off at the same principle as other wireless devices. It uses radio frequencies to send signals between devices. The radio frequencies are completely different, say from walkie-talkies, car radios, cell phones, and weather radios. Now we will understand how Wi-Fi works. A computer's wireless adapter translates data into a radio signal and transmits it using an antenna. A wireless router receives the signal and decodes it. The router sends the information to the internet using a physical wired Ethernet connection. The process also works in reverse, with the router receiving information from the internet, translating it into a radio signal, and then sending it to the computer's wireless adapter. Our next topic is network security. A network security, in its simplest term, is a set of rules and configurations designed to protect the computer networks and data using both software and hardware technologies. The most common threats to our systems are: first, malicious programs like viruses, worms, Trojan horses, spyware, malware, and adware. Second, botnets. Third, zero-day and zero-hour attacks. Fourth, hacker attacks. Fifth, denial of services and distributed. Sixth, denial of services attacks. And seventh, data theft. These threats exploit the unsecured wireless networks, unpatched software and hardware, unsecured websites, potential unwanted applications, weak passwords, and lost device. The fundamentals of network security are: it enables automatic updates. All the software we use in every day is likely to be riddled with security issues. These security issues are constantly being found, whether we are talking about Windows, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Adobe Flash plugin, Adobe's PDF Reader, and Microsoft Office. Second fundamental of network security is to install, update, and use antivirus software. Any machine connected to the internet is inherently vulnerable to viruses and other threats, including malware, ransom, and Trojan attacks. An antivirus software isn't a completely foolproof option, but it can definitely help. Once installed, it's vital to regularly update anti-malware software's database and run system scan at least once a month. Third fundamental of network security is to turn on the firewall. A firewall is a device or a software that acts as a gatekeeper, deciding what enters and exits the network. They use a set of defined rules to allow or block traffic. A firewall can be hardware, software, or both. Windows has a built-in firewall that protects PC from unwanted attention via internet. Fourth fundamental of network security is to use a VPN. A virtual private network is an excellent way to step up your security, especially when browsing online. While using a VPN, all of your internet traffic is encrypted and tunneled through an intermediary server in a separate location. Next fundamental of network security is to adjust web browser settings. Most browsers have options that enable you to adjust the level of privacy and security while you browse. They can help lower the risk of malware infections reaching your computer and malicious hackers attacking your device. Sixth fundamental of network security is to use the strong passwords. The definition of a strong password is the one that's difficult to detect by humans and computers, is at least 6 characters, preferably more, and uses a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. While giving the passwords to your sites or your account, there are some rules that you need to follow. Some of them are: don't use anything remotely related to your name, nickname, family members, or pets. Don't use any numbers someone could guess by looking at your mail, like phone numbers and street numbers, etc. Choose a phrase that means something to you. Take the first letter of each word and convert some into characters. And last, update or change your password regularly. Now let us revise what all we have learned in this chapter. First, we have learned the computer network is the transmission of data and information over a communication channel between two computers. Next, peer-to-peer network is created when two or more PCs are connected and share resources without going through a separate server computer. Third, a client-server network is a system where one or more computers called clients connect to a central computer named a server to share or use resources. Networking enables user to share hardware like scanners and printers with everyone in the network group. Then we have learned the networking allow the user access to data stored on other computers on network and allow users to run programs that are not installed on their own computers. Networking allows fast transfer of information among machines within a group at a low cost. Viruses and malware can spread on a network easily because of the interconnectivity of workstations. Security of a data is the main issue of computer networking. Server is a powerful version of a desktop computer designed to be the manager of the network, performing functions such as file, print, and email servers. Workstation or node is a computer which is attached to a networking service with the help of cables and network interface card. Network interface card is the computer gateway to the network. Topology refers to the physical layout of the computer, cable, and other components on a network. LAN, PAN, WLAN, MAN, WAN are the different types of network. Wireless networking is the transfer of information between computers or other devices without using physical wires. In the last, we have learned the network security is a set of rules and configurations designed to protect the computer networks and data using both software and hardware technologies.